All right, well, tonight we're learning more about the man shot by a Spokane police officer on Saturday. The 20-year-old Joseph Hensz will be booked on theft and domestic violence stalking charges just as soon as he's released from the hospital. KXY4's Jeff Humphrey working for you tonight with a look at what Hensz was doing in the hours before he was cornered by police. Jeff, the suspect's ex-girlfriend says that she lived in fear for her safety.
Yes, ma'am, and today, Nadine, the victim's mother told us that she wanted to thank Spokane police for protecting her family from Mr. Hensz. The day of the shooting, both mother and daughter, they were here enjoying Corbin Park when they noticed that Hensz was watching them and then followed them home in his car when they left. Nadine, that is the same car that Hensz used to try to elude Spokane police later on that night. Long before Joe Hensz was chased and later shot by Spokane police, the 20-year-old was named in 7 police reports accusing him of stalking his ex-girlfriend. According to court records, Hensz had already been arrested for trespassing at his ex's home, circling a residence in his car, sitting in front of her house at all hours of the day, and had started taking drugs.
Victims of domestic violence don't have to be hit to be victims of domestic violence. When someone controls their intimate partner, that's domestic violence. Even when they do it through stalking, fear, harassment. Even though
Hensz had become a frightening presence in his ex-girlfriend's life, it doesn't appear she ever sought any type of protection order or help from the YWCA's domestic violence team.
She may have been too scared to take advantage of those services. That's why we have the services, so that when someone's in the situation where they are too scared to reach out to do things like that, we'll help them through that process and take some of that fear away.
And so without asking the courts and police for help, the situation escalated to where on Saturday night, investigators say Hensz was tearing through the neighborhood streets in his red stolen Chevy Camaro. It's another reason why the Spokane Police Department has stood up a new domestic violence unit that, given the chance, would have stopped Hensz's unwelcome advances.
I'm directly connected to the sergeant in the unit, and anytime I send him an email with a concern that we hear from a victim and do follow up, it's done within hours of me asking for it to be done.
Nadine, today both the victim and their mother said that Joe is a nice guy and that they are glad that he's going to recover from his bullet wound. Just the same, at their request, Hensz was given a no contact order that prohibits him from being in contact in any way with the victim in the future. That order so important, Nadine, in cases like this, the order actually given to Hensz as he sat there in his hospital bed.
Wow. Jeff, it really looks like that new domestic violence unit going after pretty aggressively these repeat offenders.
Yeah, they're actually showing up at the jail every morning now, talking to people that were arrested for domestic violence overnight, letting them know that they are now on the police department's radar. This new unit trying to put protection back into our protection orders, and that is important because some of the older police officers around here, they say that unstopped domestic violence incidents are really just slow-moving homicides. Reporting live in Corbin Park, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY.